when I got a few minutes alone with Brian, I said, what an odd question. Why did you ask Gina if she loved the movie? He said, well, I think we should actually only be doing movies that we love. I don't love that movie anymore, and I don't think Gina loves that movie. I think we're all just going through the motions. The thing has no momentum, but it has enough momentum that it's moving forward. And I think sometimes you have to ask the question, why are we doing this? He said, if I stood up at our weekly staff meeting and said, we are only going to do movies we love, that's just the boss uttering platitudes that it's easy for people to ignore and that most people would ignore. If I say to Gina when she's sitting in my office, do you love this movie? That's a completely different kind of conversation, a completely different kind of question. It was at that moment that I sort of had a minor epiphany. I think asking questions is the best unsung management tool we've got and the least used management tool. Asking questions changes the tone. It actually changes the whole culture of the office. It even changes people's sense of what's possible. If the boss is asking, do you love the movie? Maybe it's possible for us to only do movies that we actually love. Asking questions. How's it going? What are you worried about? What's getting in the way? What's your plan? Asking questions gives people at work the chance to tell a story that the boss wasn't expecting or that the colleague wasn't expecting. Asking questions gives people the chance to raise issues that they are worried about, that you don't know about as their team members or their supervisors. And asking questions does some subtler things as well. That question, what's your plan? That was one of Brian's questions to Gina. What's your plan for getting us out of this mess? Asking what's your plan confers responsibility, and it also confers power. It confers authority. You're the person who should have the plan, who has responsibility for the plan, and who has the space to create the plan, to fix the mess. As opposed to simply having Brian Grazer, the boss, tell you what the plan is for fixing this mess. The question, do you love this movie, is not just about that movie or the plan for fixing the movie. It's about the values of the company that Brian Grazer is trying to transmit to his staff members. What kinds of movies are we going to do? And how should we feel about the work we're producing? And that's exactly the kind of question we can all ask about our work. It's not a question limited to creative work or to stuff coming out of Hollywood.